we're going to talk very importantly on this subject called audacity, right? Yeah, we're going to talk very briefly on the subject audacity. I don't know if we have the time, if we could, anyone, you could type in the comment. Let me see your comment. What do you think audacity is? Right? What do you think audacity is? You could just type that in the comment. You don't need to unmute the mic for the sake of time. Have you heard of the word audacity before? What does audacity mean to you? Is anybody typing already in the comments? I'm checking. Okay,
Sir, what word?
beautiful. Yeah. Great said audacity means the courage to carry out a feeling or an idea. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Who again had something very beautiful to have? What do you think audacity is? What do you think audacity is? Those of you who are just joining, you are welcome. We just started our class fully now. If somebody's
Thank you,
saying
sir.
something, I mean, okay. Now let's go to I said audacity, or another name for audacity, of course, is boldness, right? Another name for what we call audacity is boldness. Boldness. Am I correct? Of course I am. I tell you that audacity is the bridge between having potential and actually fulfilling it. I'm going to give you quite some definitions of audacity. Audacity can be defined as the bridge between having potential and then actually fulfilling it. So it means that someone could have potential and not fulfill his potential. It means somebody could have beautiful dreams and not fulfill his dreams. It means somebody could have great vision and not fulfill it. In fact, it's not even about the vision, not even about the dream. It's more about the potential and it's more about the fulfillment of the potential. All right. Many times we don't know what we are capable of doing, right? Just because we are not as bold as we ought to be bold. You hear what I'm trying to say? You see, we have an elastic capacity on our inside. We have this elasticity. What I mean is our potential expands based on how much audacity that you have. You will not know you can do so much until you begin to do so much. All right, you won't know you can do so much until you actually begin to do so much, right? So the bridge between having potential and then actually fulfilling it. Yeah, person, the class is recorded. The bridge between having potential and actually fulfilling your potential is audacity. The bridge between having a very beautiful dream, having a very great destiny, and then actually fulfilling self is what? Audacity. The bridge is audacity. Audacity is what connects. Audacity is what transforms potential into reality. You can write that down. Audacity is what transforms potential into reality. Right. I wrote here very importantly. Please take note of this, everybody. In the world today, we would easily find out that there are two classes of people in the world today. We would have the people who are bold, who are audacious, and then the people who are fearful, who are less bold, who are quote and unquote less audacious, and then the people who are bold and the people who are audacious. There are two kinds of people across every sphere, across every sphere of influence, across every sphere in life. There are two sets of people you would always find out. The first set of persons are the people who are very bold, and the second set of people are the people who are fearful, who are not good. All right. It is not classification of people that we will see in our world today, or the categories of people within our world today, are not people. It's not the categories of people who are skilled or unskilled. It's not the category of people who are learned or unlearned. It's not the category of people who are intelligent or non-intelligent. The classes of people you will see in our world today across various levels are people who are either bold or people who are fearful. I want you to just take a random guess, just look around in your mind eye, including your school, people who are, in fact, some of you who are prepared to, I wish we had the time, I could have taken, asked one or two of you to speak, and then you would find out that some of you who are head boys, who are head girls, assistant head boys, assistant head girls, or at whatever level you are, you will find out you are not better actually. You are not better than other persons. You are not more intelligent than other persons. You will find out that you are not more brilliant than other persons. What differentiates you actually from other persons is that you are the bolder person. You are the one that you are the one that is not fearful. You are the one that takes the step. You are the one that is willing to go the extra mile. Am I correct? If I'm correct, let me know. Put that in the comments. Or am I saying something that is not true? If you look around, as I said, you will find out that what makes those who stand out is not necessarily their skill. What makes people who stand out is not necessarily their talent. It's not necessarily whatever they have to offer. In fact, quote and unquote, it's not necessarily the grace of God or what we call luck, right? The grace of God is upon every one of us in various measures. However, the people that eventually are over there at the top, people who are making impact, who are making waves, are not just people who just have the grace of God. That is very important. However, there are people who are audacious, who have audacity. All right? Now, I wrote for that. I said, it takes audacity to open the door. It takes audacity to open the door. But it takes audacity to open the door, and then it now takes competence and character to keep the door open. So I'm not ruling sorry, I'm not ruling out the fact that you must be competent. I'm not ruling out the fact that you must have a very sound character. I'm saying actually that before people are concerned about your character and your competence, right, they are first moved by how bold you are, right? And I wrote for that. I said, it takes audacity to get to the top. It takes audacity to get to the top, and then it will now take competence and character to maintain the top. It takes audacity. It takes audacity. It takes audacity to get to the top. And I'm going to explain that very, 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 very quickly. Now, I now wrote further, and I want you to please take note of this, everybody on the call. Precious, Grace, Ifeanyi, Elizabeth, Manuel, and every one of you on this call. Take note of this. Audacity is a life skill that you must begin to build and grow as a teenager. Let me take that again. Audacity is a life skill. It's a life skill that you must begin to build. You must intentionally build the life skill, this life skill called audacity. Now, I'm moving for audacity. Audacity is not just something abstract. Audacity actually is a life skill. What I mean is, you can be more audacious than you are. Audacity is in degree. All right? And as you are growing up as a teenager, growing into adulthood, one life skill, just like confidence, just like every other life skill that are very, very important, public speaking and all, one life skill that is very paramount that you must begin to intentionally build as a young person is this life skill called what? Audacity. One danger of not building this life skill is that you will begin to see people whom you are better than take the lead. You begin to see people that you are better than, people that that you are more intelligent than, that you have more to offer than. You will see them take the lead. Now, in fact, just look at our politicians. You will find out that you would have people who are, there's one particular governor of a particular state. He was campaigning, and while he was campaigning, whether it was a slip of tongue or it was because he did not have a proper speech, he said something. He said, if you make me if I become a governor, the governor of this state, I'm going to give you insecurity. It meant to say security. And then that is just one of the many blunders he had made, right? That's one of the many blunders he had. What made him a governor is not because he's smart. What made him a governor is because he was able to take the step. You want me to mention the name of the governor? All right, but because the class is recorded, I'm not going to mention his name. But those of you who know, you know, right? And then if those, in fact, we had at the time a governor whom we were, a governor, a president rather, and there are several political leaders who are of the same class also, who they don't have, we are begging them to show us their academic certificate, whether they did WAEC, whether they went to university. We are begging them, because many of them actually do not have formal education. But yet, they are our political leaders. What took them there is not even their ability or inability to provide solutions to our problem. What took them there is that they were bold enough. We have found out that many competent people, right? Many competent people, right, are not leaders because they are not as bold as the incompetent ones. So the complexity or the, whoever is sharing their screen, please stop. Okay. All right. What am I saying? Yes, I was saying many competent people, because of their lack of audacity, their lack of boldness, they have allowed for the incompetent ones to lead them. And when the competent ones don't lead or are not bold enough to make impact or get into those positions of influence, they give room for those who are incompetent to lead us. And that's why we are where we are at a nation, because there are many people who are competent for the job at various levels, but the problem is they are not as bold as the incompetent one. My desire is that everyone on this call, you begin to grow in audacity, not just for your sake, but because of the impact that you intend to make in the world, in the society, in the nation, and in your immediate environment. All right? All right. So I began saying that audacity is that bridge that connects your potential to the fulfillment of the potential. I now moved on to say that audacity was transform potential into reality. It was transform potential into reality. And then I've moved further to say that it takes audacity to open the door, it takes audacity to get to the top, right? And then while it takes competence and character to keep the door open or to keep you maintaining the top. All right. Do you understand all I've said so far? I believe you do. I believe you do. All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's move on very quickly. So now let me say this very quickly before we move on. Audacity, in a very simple sense, or in a very simple statement, is the courage to take bold steps. In a very simple term, it's the courage to take steps. It's the courage to take risk. Audacity is the courage to take steps. Audacity is the courage to take risk. Audacity is the courage to act upon ideas. All right? Let me take that again. Audacity is the courage to take risk. Audacity is the courage to take those steps. Audacity is the courage to act upon ideas. Audacity is the courage to even believe in yourself. Some of you, it's not as if you are not competent enough for certain things. Like, for example, they come to your class and then, either in your class or in the school, and then say, we need someone who can represent our school somewhere. And you can, you have the ability to. Let me tell you this story very quickly. Of course, I have a lot of stories to share. I remember while I was seven, while I was doing my national youth service, right? And then there was a time we had a debate competition where we were camping in our orientation camp. And then I volunteered to be among the speakers. So myself and another young lady, we were the speakers for our group, right? We were the speaker for our platoon, what we call the group is what we call platoon, right? But that girl was looking at me like, are you sure you can actually debate? Because it is not, I didn't look like an orator to her. I didn't look like a public speaker to her. I didn't look like I had what it takes. So I was trying to be humble. I was trying to not show myself too much, right? And then I allowed her be the main speaker for the debate competition, right? And then when the time for the debate came up, she was the one who did most of the talking. I was just the supporting speaker. And eventually, while she had spoken and then it was my turn to speak, it was not found that everybody found out, and it was very obvious that I had better things to say, better composure, better parts than the lady, right? And then my lack of audacity, quote and unquote, it was made our own group to have the fourth position because more marks would go to the main speaker than the supporting speaker. Those of you who do debate, you understand what I'm trying to say. Right? So no matter how good you are as a supporting speaker, more of the mark will go to the main speaker section. Right? So because of I don't want to be known, I don't want to look like I'm showing off, right? That's what made us lose the prize that we should have won. Right? And then I remember after that debate, everybody was complaining. Why did you allow that girl? In fact, the lady came to meet me and said, why didn't you take the main position? Why did you? I would have been better off as a speaker, as the supporting speaker and all. Right? I'm saying that to say many times it's not because you don't have what it takes. It's just maybe because you are tired or you don't want to be seen as too forward. You see? Life doesn't give you what you deserve. Life gives you what you demand. You hear what I just said? Life doesn't give you what you deserve. Oh, because of I'm very brilliant, I deserve to be this, I deserve to be that. Because of I'm this, because I'm that, I deserve this position. No. Life only gives you what you demand. What you demand. And you demand from life by being audacious. You demand from life by being bold. All right. Why talent and hard work are beneficial? Remember, take note. It is audacity that acts as the secret ingredient to success. You see, in the equation of success, if you want to write an equation, we would write audacity plus talent plus hard work equal to success. Talent plus hard work is not equal to success, or there may be a possibility of success. Are you hear what I'm saying? Talent plus hard work cannot guarantee success. It is audacity plus talent plus hard work that equals success. Audacity plus talent plus hard work that equals what? Success. Can you put that in the comments for me? Let me see that. Audacity plus beautiful. Thank you so much. Audacity plus talent plus hard work. That talent can be your skill, can be whatever you can offer and all. All right, quickly. How does audacity translate to your personal growth and your success? Let's see where we can. We have about 4 of them, and then we'll see where we can stop for today. How does audacity translate to personal growth and success? Number 1, audacity translates from vision into action. Audacity translates vision rather into action. Number 1, audacity translates vision into action. That vision can also be goals, can also be dreams, can be your purpose, can be what God has asked you to do, right? So audacity translates vision into action. Number 1A, how does audacity translate vision into action? How does audacity do that? 1A, audacity moves from thinking to doing. So while you are thinking about a particular dream, thinking about a goal you have in mind, thinking about whatever, right? What moves that vision to reality is audacity. Audacity is what moves you from thinking to doing. It moves you from thinking about the goal, writing the goal down, to actually acting upon the goal. So audacity separates dreams from daydreams. Somebody said, dreams, as it relates to goals, right? They are not what you see and then go back to sleep. Dreams are what you see that makes you stay up on your toes until it's accomplished. Dreams don't make you go back to sleep. Dreams actually push you into action. Are you hearing me? Any dream that makes you go back to sleep is daydreaming. Daydreaming. You know what daydreaming is? What we say, things like building castle in the air. You would have heard that, right? Unrealistic expectations. What makes dream is that you don't get back to sleep. What makes dream is that you have it at heart and it pulls you into action. So it's audacity that makes you move from just thinking about a goal, thinking about what you want to achieve, thinking about what you want to do, to actually doing it. Audacity compels you to act upon ideas immediately, rather than waiting for the perfect moment. I'm still talking about moving from thinking to doing. That is 1A, moving from thinking to doing. I said, audacity separates dream from daydream. It compels you to act upon ideas immediately, rather than waiting for the perfect moment. Right? Rather than waiting for the perfect moment. Last year, the seminar that we held, let me say this because I believe many of you were around for the seminar. Let me tell you something that many of you didn't know. While we were preparing for the seminar, we were actually preparing for 200 persons. Or at the beginning of last year, we were preparing for 200 persons. Why 200? Because the year before 2025, that is 2024, we had the first two editions. We had the first edition in February 2024 and then October 2024. And then in February 2024, we had about 40 participants, 40, just 40 prepared of schools, right? We even had four persons from 10 government schools come together. And then the second edition, we moved further to say, okay, let's have 10 persons from 10 schools. So it was very realistic to say that as we are planning for the third edition, we should plan for double of 100 and let's plan for 200, right? But while we were planning, one of our team members sent me a video of the oil that we use, and then he said, will it not be nice to use this oil rather than impacting upon 200%? Let's impact upon as many persons as possible. That oil could take 500%, right? And then the first problem was money. How will money come? How are we going to get money? Because for an organization that was doing 100, you know how much it takes to do 100, right? So it was very realistic to plan for 200 because any money we spend for 100%, we know that as the year have moved, as we have moved into another year, we can actually push for double, right? But now pushing from 100% to 500%, that is times 5. Times 5 means times 5 of the planning, times 5 of the workforce, times 5 of finances especially, times 5. Because that all was over ₦1 million. And for an organization that we have not spent I'm not sure we spent up to 500,000 for any of the conference we held. And now only the hall, not to talk of transportation for every one of you, only the hall was ₦1 million. In fact, 1.something million. Right? Are you following my story? What made it eventually a reality was audacity. I told my team, I said, we are going to go for it. I went to God of course, I went to pray about it, and then I was convinced that we had to use the hall. But when will money come? Money came when we started taking steps. What did we do first of all? We went to the hall. We told them, we collected the bill, the invoice for the usage of the hall, and then we took a video of the hall. We took pictures of the hall. We took videos and told our partners we are using this place. I remember I was in Katsina for a program, and then while we were there, we had some money that came into the account. Immediately I told our treasurer, please send this money to the people. We had 300,000 came into the account. Follow my story. I think about 300,000 came. Out of how many? How much? ₦1 million, right? 300,000 came, so we paid it. And then that was how the money was coming. Eventually, the whole people gave us about 10% discount. I think it dropped to 750. And then we sorted that. And then transportation was eating almost $1 million, about 900 plus. Not to talk about feeding, not to talk about other logistics. What made it a reality was audacity, right? If I have not taken that step, you will not have known that I had the capacity. You will not have known that the organization had the capacity. You will not have known that we can do such whatever we are doing. And as I'm speaking to you now, we already have the hall for the next edition already for free, and this time it's a 2,000 capacity. Now, if I have not had the audacity to go for a 500 capacity auditorium, you know what that would have done? I will not even have the audacity, the boldness to go for a 2,000 capacity auditorium. Are you following my story? I will not have even had the track record, because for someone to give us their facility for free, that kind of facility for free, it means that they have seen our track record. They have seen that we have gathered 500 persons. How did I get that track record? It's by what? Audacity. It's by audacity. By audacity. The audacity to take on the step. Right? So what may limiting many of you is the fear of failure, the fear of doing too much. The reason why people are afraid to take both steps, they are scared. Maybe they are doing so much. They are scared of the fear of the unknown, right? But I found out that when acting upon a big idea, when you take the first step, all that step follows. When you take the first step, do you know one thing I tell my children who came to of course, all of you who are my young people, right? On our community, who come to me, and I meet many young people in various secondary schools who come to me and tell me, Tab, in fact, let me give you this one story. Last year, we went to a particular government school. I think the lady would be on the call now. And then we told them, please pay very close. Oh my God, time. We went there and said, oh, we want to pay for jam fee for young people. And then they gave me the names of some amazing young people. And then there was a particular girl who came to me. It was the head girl of the school. Right? She came to me and said to me that I would actually love to take jam, but my elder sister is also taking jam. I'm scared if both of us gain admission together, because we are very brilliant and intelligent. If we gain admission together, my family don't have the capacity to take care of our education. Do you know what I told her? I told her, you know what? Go for it. Apply for jam. Apply for them. The money for jam will come. The money for this thing. There was no feasible way at all. And guess what? To road jam, to pack a jam, and then to reach out and then, my mom don't have money for jam. And I told her, okay, you know what? I'm going to talk to our team, and then our team will pay for our jam. And then one thing led to another. We now decided we are going to take care of our university education. If she was not audacious to take the first step by writing down, right? Maybe because of the fear of where will the finances come, she will not have known that provision for jam was already on the way. Provision for the entire university scholarship was already on the way. All right, are you getting what I'm trying to say? So many times young people come to meet me, oh, I'm not writing down because of this, because of that. And they are very valid reasons, very valid points. But many times, if you take those steps, you will find out that as you take the first step, it will be easy to take the next step. As you take the first step, you never can tell. That first step might unlock you to a world of possibility. Anyways, I'm already talking beyond what I should have talked about. So I was saying, audacity translates vision into action. And then one day I said, audacity, how does audacity translate vision into action? It moves you from thinking to doing. So for the story I gave about the seminar that we did last year, what was the first? Rather than just thinking of hosting 500 people, what did you do first? We got a hall. We went to the hall. We did a video. We started talking to partners. We got our first money. We paid. I get what I'm trying to say. In fact, the money that came for that, we're supposed to use it to pay for our flight ticket to return back to Lagos, right? But we said, I said, no, let's put this money into the seminar. And if we come back to Lagos, we came back to Lagos. Did the program hold? The program held. All right. Number 1B, how does audacity translate vision into action? Audacity make you start even before you are ready. Audacious people do not wait for permission or perfect conditions to begin. Like the story I told you, we did not wait to have all them. We spent millions for last year's program. We did not wait for the millions to come. We took the first step. We did not wait for everything to be perfect. Look at that girl I told you about. She did not wait for the money for the jam to come. She took the jam. She took advantage of the opportunity that we had. She did not wait for the complete money of her education to come before she decided she was going to go for jam. Right? She took advantage of the opportunity that was on ground. She took advantage of it. She took advantage of it. All right? Audacious people do it afraid rather than waiting to be ready before doing it. Audacious people do it afraid. And in doing so, they become ready. Let me come back again. I said audacious people, they don't wait for permission for the perfect condition before they begin. They do whatever they are doing afraid. Am I scared whether we are going to have money? Of course I'm scared, but we are going to do it. We're going to do it. Some of you were not aware that a day before the seminar that we had, a day before the seminar held, a day before the seminar held, listen everybody, a day before the seminar held, we got a message from the district that we should cancel the meeting. I hear what I'm saying. We got a message after spending millions, and then we got the message asking that we cancel the meeting. We have paid drivers, we have paid everything, and we are expecting only government school students, right? How do we cancel a meeting a day before? How do we cancel a meeting a day before, right? But it took audacity. It took audacity. I was telling my team, we will have this meeting. If you find out that those of you, if you can remember, that our bosses eventually came late to some places. Why? Because we are scared, right? But I think we will do it. We will do it. We are going to do it. We are going to, the order to continue the program came 5 a.m. on the day of the seminar. We already set up everything 5 a.m. That was when we got a message. I got a call. I was awake. I got a call that, oh, yes, you can go ahead with the program now. Right? It took audacity to make it work. Audacity. That this program we will hold it. We will hold it. If some other people who were fearful, what would they have done? They would have quickly reached out to the vendor that we have paid money for and then collect the money back and say, please, this program has been cancelled. Can we have our money back? But no, I said, no, we are going to have it. I was telling the counselors, of course, they reached out to counselors, told counselors, please don't release your students again. Don't release your students again to the event, and don't release your students again, right? But we were still telling them we are going to have the program, and then 5 a.m. Okay, now what made that happen? Audacity. If I was fearful, I would have lost 2 million naira, or yeah, we have spent over 2 million already by that moment, and not to talk of the other million that we have now spent eventually. All right, so I'm saying audacious people do it afraid rather than waiting for the perfect time, right? And then, as in doing it afraid, right, they become ready. You see that? They don't wait to be ready before they do it, right? You do it afraid, and then in doing it afraid, you become ready. You become ready. All right. Number 3, or rather 1C, how does audacity translate vision into action? Please, we are going to extend beyond 9 o'clock. Just pardon me, okay? How does audacity translate vision into action? Number 1C, audacity combats procrastination. Audacity overcomes the tendency to overthink or over-prepare, right? And then replace education with speed and education. Audacity becomes the, audacity overcomes the tendency to overthink, to overprepare. Many people, because they want to make things perfect, many people, because of the tendency to make things perfect, they don't take certain steps that they need to take. Rather, but audacity overcome that tendency of you overthinking, right? Because some people eventually overthink to the point of not doing what they need to do. All right. Number two now, let's hurry. Number two. Audacity empowers self-belief and identity. Audacity empowers self-belief and identity. Audacity empowers self-belief and identity. 2A. How does audacity empower self-belief and identity? Audacity helps in betting on yourself. Betting on yourself. Believing on yourself. It requires audacity to trust yourself. It requires audacity to believe in your potential. Before anyone believes, it takes audacity to believe that you are capable. It takes audacity to believe. And you know what I found out? When you take the first step, you will be more confident to take the second step. Because you knew you were the one who made the first one to happen. If you could make the first one happen, this second one will be a walkover. This third one will be a walkover. If you could get the first one to happen, you can get the second one to happen. All right? It makes you believe in yourself. When I was telling our team members this year, and I told them that this year's seminar, we are gathering 2,000 persons. And then my team members began to ask. And they said, well, how? 2,000? How? Because for a facility to gather 2,000 persons, we must pay at least 3 million. At least 3 million naira for all of the facilities that we needed. And I told them, we were the one that did it last year, October. Thank God for God's grace. God helped us. The God that helped us for last year will help us for this year. Not knowing that, and it's that audacity that makes us to reach out to the owners of the facility we want to use. And then the owners of the facility told us, you know what, just buy fuel for the generator. All the facility that you need, it's absolutely free. How did we believe in ourselves? It's because we are audacious and we have seen what audacity did to us last year. So we knew that we had it. We have it. Even if it looked like it might not happen, but we remember last year. The God that helped us last year can help us this year. That's 2A. 2B, audacity helps you overcome imposter syndrome rather. Audacity allows you to step into rooms and take up the space. Some people, you always feel that you are not qualified. You are not qualified. You don't deserve to be here. You don't deserve to be here. You don't deserve to be here. Some people always feel that way, that I don't deserve to be here. I don't deserve to be here. Audacity helps you overcome it. Audacity makes you say, I belong here. I belong there. I belong here. I belong here. I belong here. Audacity. I mean, the ministry that we lead, the NGO that we lead, this academy that we lead, it happened because of audacity. Right? When people would say things like, are you sure you can do this? I would say to myself, by the grace of God, I can't. As much as I'm convinced that God is leading me to do those things, I take on those steps. I will never say I'm too small. I don't qualify to be in this place. No. Or somebody is too big for me to approach. No. The worst that can happen when I take steps is that I fail. And then if I fail, I get better. And then next time I will do it better. Whatever happens, the worst that can happen when you take both steps is that you fail. And that failure is not final. If you take the step and then it doesn't work out, you do a business and then the business crash. It's not final. That failure will make you go back to re-strategize. What did I do that made the business fail? What did I not do that made the business what did I not do that made the business fail? Do you see what I'm saying now? And now that is what will make you to do better for the next business you want to do. If you have not taken on that business opportunity and then failed in it, you will not see the room to do better. You will not see the need to do better. So many people think, what if I fail? If you fail, you will do better. I hear what I'm saying? If you fail, what will happen? You will learn how to do things better. You will learn what not to do. All right? So, Audacity help you overcome important syndrome. That syndrome that makes you think, I don't deserve to be here. They said we need prefect in our school, and you are not willing to nominate yourself. They need people to represent us. You are scared. I don't think I can. No. Audacious people, they are people who will go and say, what do I need to take on this opportunity? What do I need to do? And then they begin to work on it. They begin to take those steps. All right. 2C now. You need to hurry. I'm going to number 4. 2C. Audacity is the way Audacity empowers self-belief and identity is by rejecting smallness. Audacity, listen to everybody. Audacity help you break free from the mindset of mediocrity or playing it small, playing it safe. Audacity make you break free from that mindset of mediocrity. Who told you cannot get scholarship to a university outside of Nigeria? Who told you can't be on scholarship all through your education? Who told you that you cannot begin to travel around the world while in school? Who told you? You know the story of our speaker, Ms. Oluwaseyi, and that is one thing I love so much about her. That at the age that he is, he has covered nations, traveled to nations. I remember when I met her and then I began to speak to her, and then she would tell me stories. Many of the stories, that you are not even aware of, right? Man, what made her to become all of that is by audacity. Okay, audacity make you break free from that mindset of mediocrity. I want you to tell yourself today that you are not small. You are not small. You are big. You are mighty. You are a great person, right? If you don't begin to take those steps, even if you confess it that you are a great person, you will not become the great person that you are. Playing safe makes you invisible and not humble. Can you write that down quickly? If you are writing down, play small, play safe. I don't want to do within my capacity. I don't want to do. My parents did not have money. Let me just playing like that will just make you invisible and not humble. Oh, I don't want people to think I too know. I don't want people to think I too know. I don't want people to think I know too much. I don't want people to think this. I don't want people to think. I don't want people to complain. Oh, I don't want. It doesn't make you humble. That is not humility. That is actually stupidity. When you know you have the capacity to offer solution and you refuse to offer, you are just being stupid. You are stupid because you are denying yourself. You are denying yourself the privilege of going bigger, of attaining success. It's not humility to play small. It's not humility to play small. It's not. Am I saying, let me quickly put it, am I saying go and be taking big risks? No, I'm saying, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying calculated risks. Are you saying what I'm saying? You are not just stupidly, taking action. No, you are taking action based on your goals, based on what God has spoken to you about, based on your personal growth. You are not taking steps or putting forward because you want to be famous, because you want to be popular. No, you are taking steps for your personal growth. You are not taking steps for because you want to be famous. No. You are taking steps for yourself, for your personal growth. Your personal growth because you want to make impact, because you want to be successful, and because God wants that for you. All right. So you are not taking steps because of somebody else is taking steps. No. If I've seen Ms. Oluwaseyi now and then I say, oh, I want to begin to go around the world like her. My destiny is not like her destiny. I cannot go and copy her. I'm only audacious in the matter that concerns my purpose, on the matter that concerns my destiny, on the matter that concerns my personal growth. If it doesn't align with my personal growth, my purpose, my assignment, I'm not taking steps on those things. So that is the balance to it. I'm not asking you to go and be stupidly taking steps, taking advantage of every opportunity. No. You are taking advantage of opportunity that aligns with your personal goals, that aligns with your ambition, that aligns with your personal development, and that aligns with God's will for you. You are not taking steps because somebody else is. You are not taking steps for some frivolous reason. You are taking audacious steps because you want to grow personally, because you want to develop yourself, because you want to make more impact, because you want to make more money, and whatever reason, outside comparison, outside competition, you are nobody mate. You are not mate with anybody. You may have classmates, but you don't have life mates. Your classmates don't have the same destiny as you do. Let me come back. So I said, audacity makes you reject smallness. It makes you reject smallness. So you break free from the mindset of mediocrity. I can still decide and say, I want to be doing 200, guiding to 200 prefects. No. When will I eventually get to the level God wants me to get to? No. I'm not going to play small. After this 2000, we will do this year. Next year, we will take it higher again. We will make it bigger again. Maybe 5,000, maybe 10,000, maybe a time will come, we will start using stadium to gather secondary school people. Are you hear what I'm saying? Yes. All right, number 3. Let me hurry. Audacity redefines failure and risk. Audacity redefines failure. It gives you a new definition of failure and then gives you a new definition of risk. If you are following, right, I'm following that. Hope you're having a great time. Don't worry, the next 15 minutes will be done. Are you having a great time, everybody? Are you having a great time? Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much, Precious. Thank you, TJ. You see, just before I even talk about the definition of failure and risk, what are the things that you need to be audacious about? You need to be audacious in taking advantage of opportunities. You need to be audacious in connecting and networking with people. So you need to be audacious in taking advantage of opportunities, right? You need to be audacious as well in taking advantage of connecting with people, that will be a blessing to you. You need to be audacious. Among other things, you need to be audacious in. Those are 2 major things you need to be audacious about pursuing opportunities and taking advantage of them, and then connecting with people. Many times the distance between you and where you need to go is one person that has the wisdom that you need, one person that has the connection that you need. How did you get the facility that we want to use this year? Is by somebody that knows somebody. All right? Yeah. Now, let's come back. Audacity redefines failure and risk. 3A. How does Audacity redefine failure and risk? 3A. Audacity makes you embrace failure as a teacher. Remember what I talked about failure? You don't see failure as something bad. You fail so that you can succeed next time, so that you can do better. So you embrace failure as a teacher. Audacity allows you to try again after failing, because it views failure as a stepping stone rather than a dead end. Audacity allows you to try again after failing. Why? Because it views failure as a stepping stone rather than a dead end. Before we got access to government school that we have access now, that's about 4 or 5 years ago, we were writing letters to the district, and every time we write letters to the district, like, our letter was rejected. They will call us for interview, we will have the interview, but after the interview, our letter will be rejected. Our letter was rejected about 4 or 5 times, right? And we did not stop writing. So what do? We would go back again and begin to re-strategize. What makes us not receive this approval? And then we knew what to do, we knew what not to do, and now we have access and we have reached out to over about 45 schools in education district 1. All right? Why? If I had just embraced failure, if I've seen failure as a dead end, I will not have seen it as a stepping stone that would have made us have the access that we have now. All right, so you reach out to somebody you respect so much, and the person doesn't respond to you. You don't get feel bad. No, you improve on it. You see that as an opportunity to improve on yourself, because the point is going to come when you are very valuable, that the people you admire will also be looking forward to working with you. You will be looking forward to reaching out to you too. I love the way all of you are participating in the class. I'm so proud of you guys. All right. So I said, Audacity makes you see failure as a stepping stone rather than a dead end. I remember one of you reached out to me for this first term, and then the lady said, I think it's on the call. She said, Mr. Nelson, I'm very, 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 very unhappy with myself. And I told her what happened, and then he said, we did prize giving day in our school, and then I didn't get an award. I didn't get an award, and then I was very frustrated. He was always getting awards, always. And I told her, and then we concluded on the call that this is to make us go back to review what made me. I began to even ask her on why we were talking, and I told her, I said, take inventory of what you did last term compared to how you have been doing previous term. I compare, and then she now began to take inventory, and then she found out that she was less serious than she was this term than the previous term. And then she now made up her mind to do better, right? So failure is not fatal. All right? As you cry, when you fail and then you cry, clean your face, go back to your drawing board and say, what made me fail? How can I do better? What made me fail? And how can I do better? How can I do better? You see, you need to learn how to take advantage of failure. It is a privilege to fail sometimes. Because sometimes if you succeed, you won't know that you could have actually do better than when you fail. Am I saying intentionally fail? No. I'm saying when you have done your best and then you still fail, what do? See it as an opportunity to improve, to be better. Don't wait your failure. Let me add that very quickly. Don't wait your failure. Can you put that in the comment section, everybody? Don't wait your failure. Don't wait it. You fail, make it a point of duty that you will fail on a matter once. that you will fail on a matter just one time, just once. Don't fail twice on it. Don't fall again. Don't fail again. Make up your mind that this one time that I fail is the only time I'm going to fail on this matter. Let that failure push you. All right? Don't fail and relax and then fail again and fail again. No. Fail once, learn from it, touch your body, and move further. All right. I said failure, Audacity will define failure and risk. How does Audacity redefine failure and risk? I said it by making you embrace failure as a teacher. Audacity helps you overcome the fear of rejection. Audacious people are less afraid of hearing no. Audacious people, audacious individuals are less afraid of hearing no. All right? And many times that leads to more opportunities and that leads to many years. You know what I tell people who are scared? I tell them, what is the worst that can happen? If you go and meet this person, what is the worst this person can say? The person will say no. And if the person says no, you don't die. You won't die, you move on. You apply for a grant and they reject you. You don't lay your back on the ground. No, and then begin to wail. No. You push forward. And many times in doing that, you will find that you will begin to have many yes than many no. All right, you begin to have more yeses than no. So audacious people are less afraid of hearing no. They don't take no for an answer. You tell them no today, you apply for this grant, they tell you no. You apply again next year. You apply again next year. You keep pushing. All right. Number 3C, standing alone, right? Audacity, sometimes makes you stand alone, right? It gives you the strength to stand firm in your choices and save your dream, even when other people doubt you, and then, or when other people doubt you, rather. What I mean is, Audacity gives you the strength to stand firm on your choices and then save your dream, right? Even when other people doubt you or when you feel isolated. Rather than making you feel isolated, many times Audacity makes you firm. Many times, some of you, the authorities of course, of the course one is studying in the university, your parents are not in support of it. Your parents may not even be in support of it, the university, but you that know what you want and then you pursue what you want, right? It takes audacity to make it happen. It takes audacity to stand firm in your choices and save your dream. Find out from people who are unconventional, people whom they went to learn how to play football rather than being the doctor or the lawyer their parents wanted them to be, right? And then they are the ones now that are breadwinners to their family, breadwinners to their parents. What is the difference between them and others? It's audacity. What made them stand out? It's audacity. All right. Number 4, as we begin to round up. Number 4, remember we are still talking about how audacity contributes to your personal growth and your success. Number 1, I said audacity translates your vision into action. Audacity helps you. It helps to empower your self-belief and your identity. That means believing in yourself, right? And then number 3, I said audacity helps you redefine failure and risk. And in talking about that, I said audacity makes you embrace failure as a teacher, helps you overcome the fear of rejection, helps you to not to feel isolated when sometimes you need to stand alone. I mean, I could give you stories and stories, but there is no time. Now, number 4, as we begin to round up, audacity accelerates your growth and increases your access to opportunities. Audacity accelerates your growth and increases your access to more opportunity. How does this happen? 4A, by setting impossible goals. By setting impossible goals. How does Audacity accelerate your growth and access to opportunities? 4A, by what? Setting impossible goals. Audacity prompts you to set audacious goals that require innovation and then push you out of your comfort zone. Okay, look at what I'm trying to say. When you are audacious, for example, I'm not saying to be audacious means to be stupid, no. I'm saying as you're audacious, trying to reach out for the big thing, to do great things, right? Rather than saying this thing cannot be possible, Audacity helps you say, how can I make this thing that is not possible possible? Audacity is what makes you to begin to become innovative. You begin to become innovative. You begin to think, how can I make this to be possible? What can I do to make this thing that is seemingly impossible what possible? That is what Audacity does. That is what Audacity does. Number 4B, it makes you advance faster. Those who act audaciously often surpass others who may have more education or skill but lack the courage to grab opportunity. You see what I just said there? Those who act audaciously, they often surpass others who to grab opportunity. All right. So those who are audacious, who act audaciously, they often surpass others who may have more education. And I've explained that earlier, that some of you who are prepared now, it's not as if you are more intelligent than your friends. It's not as if you are more intelligent than, no, it's just because you are more bold than your friends. You see, being introverted it doesn't help. Excuse me. Being introverted doesn't help in your personal growth and development. It may help you in guiding your personal space. But being introverted doesn't help in your personal growth. Don't be introverted when it comes to your personal growth and development. Be introverted by guiding your own personal space. You don't want to, you want to be a reserved person, have minimum friends and all that. That is fine. But when it concerns your personal growth, taking advantage of opportunities, being an introverted person doesn't help. Because you will see many people whom you are better than take advantage of the opportunities that are meant for you. All right? And then help you develop resilience. Because audacious people dare to take risks, they develop a muscle memory of handling adversity. You know what muscle memory is? Muscle memory is just when you are used to something. All right? Eventually, you will not be used to taking risks. Like now, you don't need to convince me to take risks. All right? Why? I see, it's not you don't learn how to take risks by taking risks of 1 million. You start taking risks with 10,000, with 20,000. Before we begin to push for the program and the event we are doing what million, we started pushing for the event of 50,000. Before we started paying for university scholarship, we started pushing. There was a time it was a big deal to pay the school fees of one person in primary school. And guess how much the school fees was per term? 3,000 naira. There was one of the first set of persons who were paying their school fees per term was 3,000. It was a big deal for us to pay 3,000 naira at a time. It was a very big deal. But now, here we are paying. There was one of the girls who just gained admission to the secondary school to start. It's in DS1 now. We paid about 300,000 plus for enrollment last year, September. When we paid this money, I was just amazed that there was a time we were trusting God, praying and fasting to pay coupons of 3,000 naira. In fact, sometimes the girl will even the one to send her home because we have not paid 3,000 naira. And then we are the one now, we can now pay 300,000 to send someone to school. We are paying university scholarship, paying fee for university. And of course, the time is going to come, right, and we are pushing for that, where it will now be comfortable for us to pay tens and hundreds of young people in the university, right? How did we get to this point where we are confident to pay coupons for people, even to university level? It's because we build audacity. Are you hear what I'm trying to say? So audacity help you develop muscle memory of handling adversity, making you unstoppable. All right? As you continue to take risks, you will eventually train your subconscious. You will eventually train yourself subconsciously to be used to taking risks. It's going to be a normal thing to you. So I'm saying around you now, begin to take audacious steps. As it concerns your goals, concerns your personal growth, your personal development, you need to be very audacious. Start taking those big steps now. And remember what I said, I'm not saying be stupid by taking unreasonable steps. No. I'm saying take steps as it concerns your personal development, as it concerns your academic, as it concerns your personal growth, as it concerns God's will and God's plan for you. Do you know what someone said? Someone said sometimes some closed doors are not actually closed doors. Sometimes some closed doors are easy to open. They are easier to open than you think. Some closed doors are not necessarily closed doors. Some closed doors are actually very easy. They just need a little push, a little push, a little push, and then they are open. As a roundup, audacity is not about being reckless or arrogant. Audacity is about having the conviction to follow the quiet nod of your soul, to follow your dreams and your ambitions, and then taking action anyway. It's not about being reckless. It's not about being arrogant. It's about having the conviction to pursue your dreams, pursue your vision, to pursue your personal growth, and then take action where needed. Have you had a great time today? Have you had a great time? I think we should stop here for the sake of time. Tomorrow, some of you have to get back to school. You have to get back to school. I think you haven't started the exam tomorrow. All right, let me take one of the questions and then we are done for today. Do you have questions? Do you have any questions?
Yes. Good evening, sir.
All right, go ahead.
So, sir, you said that we should not follow what we don't have. For instance, I said that we should not copy someone and then take someone else's passion as our own. So, how do we find what we have passion for? For us to be able to have the audacity to actually fight
Good.
for
Hold
it
on, sorry. Good. Hold on. I can't hear you very clearly. Can you come again?
from the beginning. Okay, sir. You said that. Okay, sir. You said that we should not we should not we should not copy what's like we should not see someone now and copy their own passion. Like we should have the audacity to fight for our own passion. So my question is now, like, how do we recognize that this is our passion and how do we fight for it, or we even have the audacity to actually execute it? So how do we know, how do we recognize our passion when we see it?
Okay, that's a very deep question. And let me quickly balance what I said. I don't know who unmuted their mic. Why you said for? Okay, okay, okay. Yeah. Um. Let me balance what I said. Now, what what makes the positive side to comparison actually is to learn to see what somebody does to become who they are and then imbibe thought. I mean, what character did this person have? What step did this person take to become this kind of person that he is? Right? You are not pursuing the destination, the end result of that person. You are taking note of the process so that you can copy and paste the process in your home, right? So that you're not. What I mean is, you are not looking at somebody who wants to be a doctor and then you say you want to be a doctor. You are looking at that person who is excelling as a doctor, and then you are saying, how did this person become the doctor that he is? So you take note of the hard work, you take note of the numbers of hours the person takes to study, and then you copy and paste that process into yours, right? That is the only positive side to comparison. All right, now how do you identify what you are passionate about? I think it's going to happen by self-reflection. You must have time to reflect. All right, I think there was a time I talked about meditation and reflection. You must have the time to reflect. It takes reflection to take note of your passion. It takes reflection to take note of what you are good at. Sometimes it just need you to sit down, to be quiet, right? And then take note. Take note. Oh, what are the things that I like to do? What are the things that I excel at doing? What are the things that I do very well with ease? Or what are the things that if I can learn much more about this thing, I'm going to do them better. All right. Those are what I mean by, by your passion. All right. So you sit down and then you reflect. Sometimes you may also need to pray about it. All right. You see, whatever religion you are, you cannot take away the fact that God has planted something inside of us that only Him can reveal to us. Let me take that again. We must take note that God has planted something inside of us that it will take only Him to reveal those things to us. All right, so you must regularly take out time to pray about it and say, Lord, show me what you have put inside of me to myself. All right, if you pray that prayer, you will always get answers. So long as thought of it, it is by reflection. Also talk with somebody who is a friend, who is close to you, and say, what do you think I do very well? All right, and then pray about it, and then you will begin to find out those things. Did that answer your question? Great.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Did that answer your question?
Yes, sir. Thank you,
All
sir.
right, all right. Let me take one more question if there's anybody who have any more questions. I don't think anyone has questions. All right, let's do a round up here because we have to go to school tomorrow. I am so excited to. Okay, okay. Precious ask the question. Hold on a bit. Okay, wait. Hold on. I'm hearing the question from Precious. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Precious, you said you have a question. The question might be funny, but yeah. Do you want to unmute your mic and talk about it, Precious?
It's there already.
What is the Precious? You want to unmute your mic?
I said it is there already.
Oh yeah, go ahead. You can talk. You can talk. Okay, the question is there already. That's what you said. Okay. Because my phone is talking in person. Okay. For people who like to talk, many times, many times is an indicator that you have a gift, a talent of public speaking. So if you develop yourself, you can be a very good public speaker. When you find out that you talk so much, you must now learn to develop yourself to talk more reasonably than talking unreasonably. All right. So if you see that you talk a lot, right? Take it as an indication that you are a public speaker or you have a public speaking talent that you should actually intentionally develop. All right? That's understood question. So don't feel bad that you talk so much. Don't feel bad that you talk so much. Don't feel bad. This is what I want you to do. If you have questions, put it in the comment section right now. Don't feel bad that you talk too much. Don't let anybody say why are you talking so much. No. Is it not talking that makes some of you great debaters, great public speakers to win competition that you are winning? Right? Yeah. So rather than feel bad about it, develop yourself in that life. All right. Uh, who have another question? Quickly. Grace and
I have a
David.
question.
Let me have the question.
Okay, Tajin, go first.
Okay, thank you. So my question is, can talent be invisible? It's funny though. And you see everybody that have talent.
If I go to everybody that have talent,
Yes.
yes, everybody has talent. Every single person. There is
So
nobody, there is
okay.
nobody that is born without talent. There's nobody that is born without something to offer. Look at, let me say this. When God created you and brought you to this world, God put inside of you all the solutions, all the things that you need for life. You will find out that as you grow up in life, it is what you develop inside that actually help you to earn a living. Are you hear what I'm saying? You are not, for example, you are not borrowing the hand of somebody. You are not borrowing the mouth of somebody. What you do rather is that you learn how to use what you already have. You learn how to use what has already been put inside of you. All right, so that is to say, long and short, that everybody, there's nobody that is empty. Everybody has a talent. All right, it's just for you to take time and reflect on, have a self-reflection, and then you will find out that you really, really have talent. And talent, in a very simple sense, is what you know how to do best, or what you do best. With what you do well. Like, just take note of all those things and tackle it. And I think it was in one of our classes, and I said, okay, I think it was at the Alimoto business, Alimoto senior grammar school business day, when I said something like, as when you're starting a business, you take note of your passion. Then I said, you now begin to intentionally develop a skill of solving problems, right? Of identifying problems and solving problems. I don't know, TJ, you were around. Great, you were around, right? I remember saying that beyond passion, some people, they are waiting to get jobs that is around their passion. They are waiting to get jobs that is around what they are passionate about. Before you wait for opportunities that are around your passion, intentionally begin to take note of problems around you, right, that you can solve, that you can learn how to solve. Whether you can solve those problems or you learn how to solve those problems. All right, and if you remember, I said that particular day that when you identify a problem, you have half solved the problem. You have solved the problem, already halfway. All right. So as you are concerned about your passion, beyond your passion, right, you must begin to grow to identify. If you think you don't have a passion, if you think you don't have a talent, what I want you to begin to do is, what are the problems around me that I can learn the solution? I mean, I can learn how to solve. What are the problems around me that I can learn? I can learn maybe either if I cannot provide those solutions, but I can learn, how to solve those problems. Okay. You have another question, TJ. Ask your question, then we'll ask your question and we'll done for tonight.
Okay, sir. So please, can brilliancy be seen as a passion or a top scorer? Like, can you be seen as a passion? Because my own passion is like is invincible. I've tried to meditate about that. What's the thing that I do most? But I can see that it's not coming. And the only thing people have just praise me about it just because of maybe brilliancy or top scoring. But I don't just. But there are some visible passion like drawing, painting, like writing. But those ones are visible. But mine is just. But can brilliancy be seen as a passion, sir? That's my question.
And what?
Can brilliancy be seen as a passion?
Did you say what thing?
I said brilliancy. Can it be seen as a passion? Oh,
Can you type what you are talking about? Quickly type it so that I understand what you're saying. What are you talking about? So quickly type that. All right, while you're doing that, great. Please ask your question.
Okay, sir. Sir, my question is that, like me now, I do okay, my question is that, like, for not as find my actually help.
I did not hear you. I'm not hearing you again.
If I just should I start now?
What is the Grace?
Okay, should I start? Should I start there?
Grace, you know what? Can you type it in the comments?
I will try to on my phone as well.
All right, Ibuku, unmute your mic, please. Ibuku, quickly, unmute your mic. Okay. I'm not hearing you, Ibuku. Oh, sorry, man, do you have a question? Okay, go ahead. Oh, sorry, man, go ahead, please. I cannot hear Otarima. Okay, while that is going on, I've seen TJ question, can brilliance be seen as a person? Can brilliance be seen as a person? That there is passion, there is talent, there is skill, there is potential, there is ability, there are different names, right? Different names for whatever it is that comes easy to you and is not easy to other person. Right? So if you find out that you have a higher IQ than others, it's an advantage for you and it's something that you can build on. Because with that intelligence, I'm talking to you today, with that intelligence, you can do so much. You can be very, very useful in whatever field, necessary, right? You can be very, very, very useful wherever you are. So yes, being brilliant is not everybody that has such high IQ as every other person. Some persons are more brilliant. I mean, they they are quick to understand. They have, retentive memory and like, so it can be a special ability that you have, and it's something that you should take advantage of. So that is what you think is your strong point. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. All right, take advantage of it and begin to think, what can I channel my brilliance to? What can I put? What can I use my intelligence for? All right. Yeah, great. Your question. You said, even if you actually have these ideas, what if you are not able to execute it because you more time overthink and plan, and eventually you just forget about the mentoring,
That's
which
not the
will solve the problem you want to do. All right. So yeah, the
so that's not
problem here
the
actually is if you don't submit to mentorship. All right. Um, when you submit to mentorship, really, it will be easy for you. It will be easy for you to know the idea to hold on, to know the idea you are over reaching for, and then to know how to take it. So if you ever find yourself find yourself at a point where it's difficult to execute an idea, you are over planning, overthinking, you don't even know what to do. It could be that you don't have enough information that you need to have. What do you do? Submit yourself to mentorship. Reach out to people you consider as mentors in those areas, and then they will guide you right. Okay, so you reach out to a mentor, and then they will guide you properly, right? I believe that when it is difficult for you to execute something, it's because you lack information about it. All right, so what do? Take out time to get more information about that particular thing. Take out time to get more information, all right, whether online and then by reaching out to the people you consider mentor. And that's what I do. When I find out that, oh my God, yeah, we're rounding up now. My battery is also very low as well. When you find out that it's difficult for you to execute, go back to the drawing board again and